Hi guys, how you are doing? I hope you are having a great weekend. Okay, don't mind my voice. I just had an accident. I think like 2 hours ago, so my lip it's really messed up. Okay, but I just came out from the hospital and had some stitches. Okay, so and I took some pills now, which I don't know how I'm gonna feel later. So that's why I decided to just make this video now, and I'm gonna try to make it as short as as I can. Okay, because I'm still my lip is still messed up, still bleeding. Okay, just had just stitches. Okay, so as we usually do, first of all, we have to go back to what happened during the week, right? Just a little review of my analysis from last week. Okay, guys, please, you have to bear with me with the way I sound. Okay, you have to bear with me with the way I sound. I'm on like really high medication now, and I need to rush with this so that I can just go get some rest. And as I said earlier, I don't know how I'm gonna feel later. That's why I have to do this video now because it's something I love doing. You understand? It's something I love doing, and okay, something I love doing. I'm really strong for this. Okay, so let's go to the let's do some review first. Okay, um, last week on the breakdown that I did. Okay, let me take this back. Let me take this back. Price was somewhere here. Okay, price was somewhere here. So as I mentioned, we're looking at these three levels. Mm, we're looking at these three levels here. One was here, which was a reclaimed fair value gap. One was here, and the other one was here. Okay, and then we have this fair value gap here. Okay, so and I mentioned that reason why I'm marking out all this is because they are all on high time frame. Right, they're all on high time frame, so you don't know where NAS will come to before we continue going higher. And if we look at this, these were all my um, thing for last week. So I was I was hoping that it comes to this so that I would take more of a comfortable buy. You understand? But what happened? What happened? This is what happened. Price pushed down, came to this one, tested it so many times. I caught so many buys from here, right? So many times. You can go back and watch my previous video so that you can see what I'm saying. So price came. This by the way, this is on 4 hour. Okay, so you can scalp from lower time frame, and and there we go, and it left, right? So if you followed everything, at least it's either you miss the buy, or you cut the buy. But there's no way you want to sell. You want to sell. I don't know where you want to sell to. All right. Though, if we're expecting price to come here, that doesn't mean we're gonna sell and hold. All right. If you have the experience to sell, fine, we can sell. But if you don't have the experience to sell, you just wait for the buy. Okay. Go on a lower time frame, and wait on London section, most probably New York section, and you have to wait, see the days that we have red impact, red folder news. Those are the days that you'll be expecting the big move to start happening. Okay, those are the days that you were expecting the big move to start. So I'm giving you tips. Okay, giving you tips. So now what we have here now, last week has passed, but if we go on lower time frame, want me to show you the entry here, I can do that. Let me go on lower time frame and show you the entry because I took it. I took the entry. This was the entry, and this was happening during between London section, and New York section. So London section was from here from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. From 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. this started forming. Okay, so this started forming here. So as soon as I saw price reject from this, I started monitoring price, right? I took my first buy from this. Okay, it wasn't that much of a clean, but if you've been seeing this pattern, though we don't trade pattern just for pattern's sake, you understand? If you've been seeing this, you can take your less risk buy here, but I will advise you wait for this breaker on the 15-minute or on the 1 hour, then you take the trade. All right. So sorry I can't go too deep into this because I'm trying to hurry up and get done with this so that I can go get some rest. All right. So, and I can also show you on my, sorry about this picture, that was me explaining to my group that I had an accident. Imagine I had this accident and I'm still able to talk like this now. Okay, so this was the trade that we took in the group. You can see this was the second buy. Okay, and this was the first one. This was the first buy. See what I just explained to you. So I started taking the buy from here. This was the first buy, and actually took this one. So you can join my group. I said my group. You can join my channel because I do also explain some things during the week. You understand? Like for instance, like this one, I explained this. You understand? Look for this confirmation on 4 hour. It's a simple entry. Okay, so with that being said, so what do we have here now on Nasdaq? All right, what do we have here on Nasdaq? First of all, let's go to the weekly and see what weekly is. Weekly candle is doing. So from this level, since I started calling this price to higher, been calling it from here. That's how many pips? A lot of pips, bro. A lot of pips. Check this out. A lot of pips. Been calling it out from here. So now this weekly has been expanding. This was a one pullback, and it created an order block. All right. It created this order block here. So we can mark this. Can mark this order block like this. But I'm going to take it out because I can leave it on my chart. I want to see what it lines up with on 4 hour. Okay, so we can see here we have this order block on weekly. All right. Okay, so let's go to the daily. Let's go to the daily. We can see there's something that I saw here yesterday. I was also expecting price to pull back to this fair value gap. There was this tiny fair value gap here, but price didn't do anything about it. So we're just gonna leave it like this. Getting into next week, my chart, let me delete all these things because we're done with this fair value gaps and daily fair value gaps and all this. So let me delete them from my chart so the chart will be more cleaner. Okay. So now what you just have to do is mark out those points of interest, especially on daily and 4 hour, because since you've already seen the weekly, you already understand that, okay, weekly is still expanding. We're still bullish on the weekly, okay? So if you want to catch the next big move, right, on the daily, we're still bullish on the daily. We have this untested order block here, all right? We have this untested order block here. So probably we should expect a pullback. Maybe Monday, Tuesday, there should be a pullback. Then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we should be expecting price to continue going to the upside. All right, unless one thing you always have at the back of your mind is that price must not do that thing that you think it's gonna do. All right, but that is our plan. If it doesn't do it, then on to the next. That doesn't mean if it doesn't do it, we'll have a plan B. I never have any plan B. It's all plan A for me. Only plan A. If it doesn't work that way, I'll come back the upper week. You understand? I'll come back the upper week and analyze my chart. Maybe by then we're gonna be bearish on a higher time frame. Then yeah, I will start selling. It's never too late. You understand? I'm not trying to pick the top not trying to look for where is the top on Nas. No, don't ever do that. Just go with what it's doing. You understand, with the other flow. So now we have this fair value gap here. Okay, but let me delete this so that I'll get back to it and show you what I see. All right, let me delete all this first. I'll get back to that. Okay, so we have this fair value gap here on daily. Okay, on daily. So that's number one thing for us that is telling me that, hey, we're still gonna go higher, even more. Just that one thing with Nas is that we at all-time high price, all-time high. So I don't have those targets up there. Something that I want to target. This is what I mean. Like when price, let's say when price was here, you took a buy here. You know you're gonna target this high, right? This, you're targeting all these highs here. But like here, okay, yeah. For instance, let's say you're taking the buy here, price keep pushing. You're targeting these highs here, right? But on this now, there's nothing to target up there. There's nothing to target up there, all right? So we just have to be careful with our targets, all right? So, okay, back to what I was saying. I said I was going to make this video short, but I have to still explain very well. So this fair value gap here now tells me that, okay, high probability that we're going higher, and this other block here, it might have high chances of holding. Okay, have high chances of holding. So let's go to the 4-hour. So looking at the 4-hour, here, you can see we have this other block here. Other block. We have this other block here. Let me delete this. We have this other block here, which lines up with what? Lines up with this previous high here. Okay, lines up with this previous high, which makes it even stronger. All right, and we have a fair value gap here. So what will I be looking at the early week, at the early days of the week? So I'll be looking for a pullback. Okay, I'll be looking for a pullback into this other block. I will prefer this other block. But if price decides to shoot up from here, then fine, I will still be involved. You understand? Just like last week. All right, I'll still be involved. You just have to look for those reversal patterns on 15-minute and on the 1 hour to tell you that, okay, price is ready to push up. And you also have to check the days that we have high impact news. These two things are very, very, very important. You understand? If you can get these two things, you know that, okay, you are halfway to be catching those big moves. So let's look at on Monday. There's nothing on Monday. There's nothing on Monday. Let's look at, oh, hold on. Okay, there's nothing on Monday, and on Tuesday, this is not a big news, I'm not sure, but it could. It's a red folder news, so we just have to stay at alert and see. And on Wednesday, we have NFP. So I'll be expecting Nas to do something. It's either we continue going higher on a Wednesday or not. You understand? If we decide to break below, especially this, if we decide to break below, that daily lows, which is here, we decide to break below, then I just have to be careful, yeah, right, and wait to see a clear confirmation before I could start looking for a sell to this level. Or maybe price might do this, take out all these early buyers, then push up. You understand? So I actually have this point of interest, this level. Let me go on daily and make it clearer for you. So I actually have this point of interest on a daily. I actually have this point of interest here on a daily. This is one, my point of interest on daily, which lines up with an order block there. And I have this again on a daily, because if you look at this two, price hasn't, especially this down one, you understand, price might do this. Honestly, it might do this. And sorry guys, please just bear with me today. If I'm slow or if I'm sounding weird, just bear with me. I just showed you like I have a terrible accident, and just bear with me. But it didn't affect my head, you understand? So I know what I'm saying. When I'm doing analysis, I know what I'm saying. So it's possible. Take out this, break, create a breaker, but we're coming from a breaker here. You understand? We're coming from a breaker here, coming from this breaker, okay? Though we didn't close that much, but now it has closed, okay? It has closed, which if it creates a fair value gap again, then it should push price higher. You understand? Just take your time, go on your chart and analyze this higher time frame the way you can. It will help you a lot. Analyze it the way you can. Then it doesn't matter what strategy you're using to trade, you understand? But always analyze your time frame, your chart on a higher time frame, then go on a lower time frame to look for that pattern and the time, and also pay attention to the news driver. You understand? Okay. So I don't think there's anything much anymore to point out here. I don't think there's much stuff to point out here. So I'm just gonna leave my chart like this. I like to take this one down here because this is 4 hour. You understand? Price will always come back to that 4 hour. Even though if it's inside daily, let's say there's a daily order block like this. Okay, this is a daily order block, and there's a 4 hour order block here. Trust me, price will come down inside and come to this 4 hour order block, or even if it's a fair value gap that is here inside that daily, then that becomes a high probability for me. Whenever price come there, I just have to wait, look for that my pattern on a lower time frame. You understand? Get what I mean, right? If this is a daily order block and there is 4 hour order blocks inside, it's a high probability. It's a high probability to look for your entry model. It doesn't matter what entry model you're using, okay? But as I said last week, I'm still gonna make videos like playlists that will teach you guys my entry pattern, what I wait for, what confirms it for me. You understand? Because the market prints the fake ones all the time. You can print 3, 4 fake ones during the week. Then once it prints that original one, it will shoot up price. Price will shoot up. You understand? So guys, if anything changed during the week, I'm gonna let you know. But if nothing changed, I'm not gonna say anything because we've already made the analysis, all right, and did breakdown of how we were able to catch the previous move. You understand? Because you don't have to get married to your buyers, all right? You don't have to get married to your buyers. What I mean is that, let's say you were waiting for price to pull down to some certain level, just like what happened last week. You were waiting for price to pull down to some certain level before we continue going up. Then price didn't pull down to that level, and you see everything is complete. Maybe you can just lower your risk and still take the trade. You understand? Lower your risk and still take the trade. All right. So guys, I think that will be it for now, and I hope you were able to hear me sound and clear. But I promise you, next week my voice will be clearer. You understand? My voice will be clearer. I'll be back to my real voice. Okay. All right. Let me just go get some rest now. And for those in my channel who still talk during the week, because I'm gonna use my hands to type, right? Not with my mouth. So you enjoy the rest of your week, your weekend. Don't be like me that went to have an accident at this day. Okay. Enjoy your week, guys. Your weekend. Sorry.